and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas, everybody. Today's matchup features two teams eager to come away with a late season win. It's the Steelers going up against the Texans.
Larry, they broke ground on this place in the year 2000, opened it in August of 2002, and it's been the home of this franchise ever since. Welcome to NRG Stadium in Houston. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Houston Texans. They go play action here on first down. And incomplete to open things up. Jeremy Maclin, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Second and 10, it's Palmer again. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Brandon LaFell, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They're
trying to get it to LaFell, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. It was third down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, a value.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. They'll stick to the ground game with Gore. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Palmer. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. On first down, it's Palmer. And now this one's intercepted. A 3rd interception for Palmer. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
That one goes for 24 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And this one's incomplete. Allen, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
I don't think either one of us is surprised about who they just targeted on that one. I mean, they're going to try and get to him as much as possible. Off to a nice start, but unable to haul that one in.
Yeah, already looked his way a couple of times on this opening drive. Can't connect there. Throwing is Rodgers. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Joseph.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
On the give, this is their fullback. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
Now Palmer back into his end zone. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Palmer now. Looking deep here for Macklin. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on 3rd downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. Taking it about the 36. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, But he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And this one is incomplete. They were trying to go back to Allen there, and it's 3rd and 5.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Drops it underneath for Collins. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a first down. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Rodgers to throw once more. Allen's got it over the middle. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. Shift together here from the D-line. Now Rodgers buying time to his left. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Calais Campbell in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Rodgers. This complete to Henry over the middle. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Jesse James, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
This drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Steelers set to take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
2nd down following the run. Another carry now for Gore. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And the Steelers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now Palmer. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. first and 10. It's Palmer. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think there he had to come off of his primary receiver in a big way, just trying to get it to a secondary guy, unable to get that play completed.
Checked down, but didn't even have enough time to do that. Incomplete. Not that we necessarily see this as being in the cards, but worth noting that 21 points would equal their franchise record for largest deficit overcome. Certainly plenty of work to do between now and then. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. And the Steelers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Again, it's Palmer. Drops it underneath to Gore. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
4th down. Here's Palmer. Being chased out left. Now he's going to let it go. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off down at the 10. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
To throw is Rodgers. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time, and now it's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Rodgers going to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Caught left side, Williams. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. And again, it's Rodgers. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
Rodgers again now. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Keenan Allen, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Texans will add on to their lead.
I know a lot of people look at these games and think, all right, this thing's done. Let's have some sportsmanship. Let's not try and score. You should never do that in the NFL. I've seen big leads blown, and teams that looked like they had a victory, all of a sudden we're going home with a loss.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out come the Steelers. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
2nd and 10 now, and it's Palmer. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Fresh set of downs here. Out of the gun, Palmer. And his throw is incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
If you're running out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Chandler Jones. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Now Palmer on 3rd and long. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now it's Rodgers. He gets it over the middle to Cobb. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. So the offense has it 1st and 10. shotgun now for Rodgers. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Throwing is Rodgers. That's complete right around the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And he's into the clear. He's at the 40, 20, 10. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction. Excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Quick, 319 to reset. Hey, easy. Zoom. Reset. Hey, easy.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to send this one deep right. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big play there just before halftime. 45 yards. On first down, Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. It's the former Seahawk, Byron Maxwell. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing now, Palmer on first down. And he's got the hook up to Brandon LaFell. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The slot man in motion right. Now Palmer on first down. They go with a screen to Gore. Stopped short of the 25. The second effort couldn't free him. Now here's a timeout, as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Throwing again here, Palmer. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. So we've reached halftime here. Charles has already thrown off his headset. He's out here. He says, it's Christmas Day. I'm going home. We're not done yet, though. As we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is, don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. Rodgers will try again on second down. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cobb. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 45. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. So after the interception, here's Palmer. And to the tight end, Olsen, right side. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 6 there on first.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Now on second down, this is Gore. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. The Steelers on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Again, they run. Again, it's Gore. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
They'll throw on first down here with Palmer. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Now Palmer to throw on second down. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Macklin, the intended receiver, and now it's third down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. From the gun on third down, it's Palmer. Going back to Macklin. This time he's got him complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down. first down at about the 21-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. On first down, it's Palmer. And over the middle, it's LaFell. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Second down now after the pass completion. Now a man who sat out 3 seasons. This is Tim Hightower. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to make it third down and 10. Now Palmer. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Losing 4 yards that time. And now it's fourth down. And Catanzero's kick is right through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off that lead.
And now you put the pressure on your defense, who didn't particularly play all that well in the first half. But they're going to need to step it up here and make some plays if these guys are going to have any chance.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. The Texans on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now Rodgers. And it's complete. Henry. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Now Rodgers steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. It's caught at the 10. A huge play there for Houston. 44 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out there.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Laquan Treadwell, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Texans will extend their lead.
I think it's easy to say mission accomplished on that drive. The goal was to increase the lead. They did exactly that.
Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Now a play fake here on first down. And incomplete on the deep ball. The veteran Jeremy Maclin was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. In motion right comes LaFell. On second down, Palmer looking left side. That's caught by Maclin. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now it's Palmer. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Clay Matthews. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got some space here. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one good for 10 yards. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Out of the gun, Palmer. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Palmer. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Palmer will throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
It's complete. It's Gore. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. On 1st and 10, Palmer. Flush to his right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. On 2nd down, here's Palmer. He's going to wind up and air it out. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now Palmer on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Well, in the grand scheme of things, it's likely not going to matter much, but at least they get themselves 3 points closer to respectability.
And I don't know that they're going to feel a whole lot better about things because they've clearly been outplayed all game long. But, hey, no reason not to take the points when the opportunity presents itself.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And now out comes Houston. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down into those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get rolling in those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there. And in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Rodgers on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Henry. A good pick up there of 20 yards. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Quick hitch complete. It's James. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron Rodgers, you have to chuckle thinking that his only FBS offer was a walk-on at Illinois.
And now he's the pride of Butte Junior College, of course at Cal. And I remember watching him play at Cal, and he would run 7-on-7 drills.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Carlos Dunlap in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's James. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason, it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Forced out to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Pretty good job escaping the pressure. Gets him 15 yards on the scramble, but now it's 4th down. Andy Reid, some say always unpredictable, and here he says we're going for it on 4th down.
319, 850.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. Throwing now, Palmer on 1st down. A quick hitter, complete. It's Shepard. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And give him a gain of 37.
Oftentimes, guys who do a really nice job on the wide receiver screen plays are really good punt returners. It's the same skill. Make the first guy miss and then pick up your blocking and get downfield. Nice gain on that play.
A good convergence there defensively. Only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Now a handoff for Gore. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Time for a break. This one all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Here's Palmer to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Texans scoop it. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. Rodgers looking to throw. And he's going to find that man yet again, Keenan Allen. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Drops it underneath for Collins. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Give him 6 there, but now it's 3rd.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, not really. He came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Keenan Allen, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Texans will add on to their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Here's Dawson now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. Slot man moves right. Now Palmer to throw on 2nd down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.